What are the best troops in Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlords? Well, that is a question that I hope to answer in this video. We're going to do a rundown of the top 5 troops that I believe you should be using in this game. Now, this is in no particular order because, in my opinion, every single different troop type, every single different troop indeed, has its own unique time when it would perform best. And with maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, depending on which version of this game you're actually playing on, having an army of just 1 troop type is never a good idea. So having a nice balanced army is always the way to go. And hello and welcome to the Critically Curious. I am the Monk. We do have an active and growing Discord. You may want to check that out. You can find the link down in the description. But enough of the intro. What are the top 5 troops in the game? Let's get stuck into it. First up, we have the humble Imperial Legionary. This, of course, is an Empire troop, and of course it is also an infantry troop. This is a great unit, very, very tanky, very reliable. It has some good utility to it as well, and these guys are just absolutely stacked. Honestly, having a load of these, a good number of these in any army is highly recommended. They can of course be used to protect your archers, your ranged units. They make a very good shield wall. They can also be very good for castle defense as well. So if you need to protect one of your castles, protect one of your towns, or even if you are attacking them, these units are ideal to use. Honestly, having 50 or so of these guys in your army is really, really handy. They are expensive, of course. This is an elite unit, a high level unit, a costly unit. And it's going to take a while to build up the experience to level them up. But once you do, oh my god, guys, it is totally worth it. These are equipped, of course, with 2 different weapons. And of course, they have a rather reliable shield. As you can see, the Imperial Legionary doesn't really excel at any one thing, but having that 130 athletics, as well as being good all-rounders, these guys are fantastic in any army. And in my opinion, they do make the best infantry. Up next, we have the Valiant Sharpshooters. Now, these guys are absolutely deadly and are perhaps the best ranged unit in the game. Seriously, if you have a ton of Valiant Sharpshooters in your army, the battle's already won. All you need to do is put a line of infantry in front of them and let them do what they do. Yes, they're equipped with a rather nice shield. They can operate in close range if needed, but they are equipped with a crossbow. These guys fire with devastating accuracy. They deal really, really good damage, and to be honest with you, they are my go-to unit these days. I wish I had 100 of them in my army because I could absolutely do clean sweeps. And of course, if you put them in your castle and you are trying to defend, these guys are amazing. Now, it is true that Valandians do have very good units, but the Valiant Sharpshooters do very well indeed. They do have that 130 in crossbow skills. Of course, they've got that athleticness as well. And of course, they got 130 in one-handed weapons. If you need them, they got your back. However, if you want to take things up a notch, the Battanian Fain Champions are actual demigods within this game. These guys will do anything you want. They are very versatile. They are very good with their bows, but more importantly, when it comes to hand-to-hand combat and having to get nitty-gritty, these guys have a two-handed weapon and will absolutely slice through the enemy. They are lethal and devastating. I cannot recommend them enough. In fact, I hope to get even 50 of them in a campaign because they can literally do anything. They can be frontline infantry if needed. They are lethal with a bow. So in other words, they are perfect for protecting your castles and equally assaulting them too. Now, they are again very costly. However, let's take a closer look at their stats. They have 220 in two-handed weapons, which, by the way, is more than most infantry units. These guys have 170 in athletics and tremendous bow skills. They also have 2 sets of quivers, meaning these guys don't often run out of ammo. Seriously, demigods. Next up, we have the second entry for an Imperial unit. This is the Imperial Elite Cattle Frat. They are devastating on the battlefield. They are heavy cavalry units and they will go through anything like a hot knife through butter. They're literally tanks on that battlefield, and if you want a cavalry unit, you really can't get much better than these guys. Now, in my opinion, what makes them so good is the 260 skill that they have with the polearms. Now, they're not shy of using a one-handed weapon if they need to get up close and personal. In my opinion, they do struggle when they have to get up close, but it's that polearm skill that set them apart from the others. They are very, very strong, very, very powerful, and you're not going to go wrong if you have these as your cavalry unit. And the last unit that I wanted to talk about is, of course, the Khan's Guard. Now, if we have already spoken about a demigod within Bannerlords, this perhaps is the god tier unit, second to absolutely nobody. Now, they are a ranged unit. They are horse archers, and as horse archers, you cannot get better in the game. These guys will ride back and forth, firing arrow after arrow. They do have 2 separate quivers, meaning they have a lot more ammo than a lot of other units. So they can go back and forth for a very, very long time. However, the Khan's Guard are not only good at ranged combat, they are also armored up to the absolute hilt and are amazing at close range combat. They do have a pole arm. It is a swinging pole arm and as such does tremendous damage. So if you order them off their horses and order them to engage, these guys are bloody lethal. Now, I'm a big advocate for every man was made equally, but apparently the Khan's Guard didn't get that memo. Taking a quick look at their stats, you can see that they are very good. They've got great riding, good pole arms, good bowmanship, but it is their armor, their weaponry that make them so versatile and pretty much second to nobody. Well, there you have it, guys. They are my top 5 troops inside Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlords. Now, they weren't really in any particular order. Like I said, every unit type has its, a way it should be used, but some of these units are more versatile than others. That is absolutely true within this game. It really does depend on how you want to use them, the type of tactics that you want to use, and just how much micromanagement you're prepared to put in. But let me know down in the comments the one troop that you believe should have been on the list but just didn't make it. I know for a fact that I missed out 1 or 2 people's absolute favorites, but hey, this is just my opinion and the order in which I think they should be in. But let me know down in the comments what I got wrong, and again, until next time, guys, I've been a monk who's been curious, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.